From Riptide, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about Riptide and tell us a little bit about your recent partnership with Dell.
Sure. So Riptide, we are a software company based in Santa Barbara, California. Yardi, who just left, is also a Santa Barbara company, so nice to see technology represented out in our area.
Absolutely.
We have a long history of being in the building space on helping bring technology solutions to building owners, and Riptide is focused on a cloud-based building management system that's specially designed for the very large enterprises. So unlike some solutions that you might put in to manage 10 buildings, we're there to help you when you have hundreds or even thousands.
Sure.
And that have sort of the unique needs of needing to scale to that level.
Now, we've been hearing a lot about cloud, we've been hearing a lot about security and cloud. How does that play into what you're doing at Riptide?
Yeah, well certainly, security honestly seems to go in waves of concern, and you get a breach, and like what happened several years ago, and then it's on their radar, and sometimes I think we get a little bit sleepy. At Riptide, almost our whole engineering team are ex-Cisco engineers, so security has been top of mind for us.
Sure.
Through our partnership with Dell, they are very like-minded here on security, and so we've built a end-to-end security solution wrapped around our cloud management that is very IT friendly, meaning the type of technologies and solutions we use with us and Dell are things that IT knows and use in their normal IT security practices.
So not difficult to adopt.
Not difficult to adopt, and we speak their language. Oftentimes we have building engineers and facility manager customers or executives who need help in those relationships. So our team, kind of coming from that IT space as well, can help broker those conversations. We recently went through it with a very large bank and did testing from end to end and penetration testing, et cetera, et cetera. So it's definitely doable.
So talk to me a little bit about, when we hear about Riptide, we hear about the big picture view. It seems to be what you guys do very well. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely, because sometimes analytics is very daunting. And if you ask facility engineers and managers, they might say, do I really need some software application to tell me what's wrong? Because I know we have a lot of things wrong.
Right.
We believe that it's about prioritization. And the hard thing to do, especially when you have lots of buildings, is where do I apply my capital budgets best? And what is most important that's going to cause a comfort issue or cause some change in the experience of the building? Because that, at the end of the day, is what it's all about. And so our system is about prioritization. We are not the ones that will tell you we'll give you, thousands of analytics on everything. We're the ones that tell you that we've identified what's most critical, and we're going to give a very sort of simple red dot, green dot management style.
Right.
So pay attention to the red. If it's green, you're good to go, and then we can give you reporting for your field teams that kind of let the yellows, if you will, save for a site visit and not the cost of a truck roll.
Right.
And what we found is that this kind of proactive, prioritized system is really dramatically cutting truck rolls and helping them make those sort of proactive maintenance visits, which happen every quarter or sort of every half year, depending on the organization, make those a lot more meaningful. So it's not some tech that's showing up and you're not sure how the system's been performing. They come with a health report. They come with, it's kind of like showing up at the doctor's office with your doctor's records. We do the same thing to make those visits meaningful. So we think very much prioritization is the key.
How is Dell helping you to provide that?
Well, what's great about the Dell relationship is one of the biggest blocks of just the industry progressing is I've got systems of all different makes, models, and vintages, how do you connect to them, and how do I let IT allow me to do that using the network? We have software that helps you connect with all the different vintages and systems that we put on the Dell box and their IoT platform, and Dell really helps with that IT relationship. One, just by saying, okay, this is a trusted partner, we know them, we do business with Dell, so that helps, and they bring a very strong communication, computing platform at the edge, which is needed. we need something reliable, we need something that handles the communication issues, and there's a lot of hidden challenges there that maybe customers don't know, but when you deploy these solutions at scale, if you don't have a solid platform, it's going to really come back to haunt you. And so Dell's allowed us to check the box on that, and we don't have to worry about it. Sometimes we go to our customers and we say, what we use here is Dell. They say, great, we already have a large purchasing relationship with them. Right. It makes the whole transaction easier.
What excites you most about what you get to do at Riptide?
Well, I say fortunately or unfortunately, there's a lot of dysfunctionality in our industry, and there's lots of room for improvement. And we're excited to see a lot of progressive companies that have been managing portfolios for a long time that are really getting out of status quo and saying, I believe now that the technology is there for us to change the way we do things, and ready to roll up their sleeves and look for companies like Riptide who have experience with other companies and kind of bring that to the table. So really solving those problems and helping them to kind of transform, moving from sort of what is a very manual, kind of people-driven business to that sort of digital transformation. And that's really exciting.
When you think about digital transformation and recently, what's a story of a solution that Riptide has provided that has helped a company to do that? Yeah,
I think of one of our large retail customers who rolls out, they're one of the retailers that's still growing. They roll out about 200 to 300 new stores a year. And unfortunately, just because of the way buildings are built, you have a design side that's making decisions that aren't necessarily thinking about the long-term operation and maintenance cost, and there's a lot of dysfunctionality of pointing figures in the construction process, that their first cost for maintenance for the first year of a new store was 3x what it was for their stores that have been up and running for years 2 through 10. And what we did by putting our solution in was help them transform that and bring those numbers down to their regular normal.
Really?
And a lot of that was because we helped improve the quality of the commissioning process with tools, and we gave those tools and put them in the hands of the field techs so that you don't have these systems that are in a building that are disconnected from the field. And that's, the numbers have been dramatic for them. And been very sizable and been very quick. So that's probably our sort of favorite case study so far.
What does Riptide have in its sights as, from a technology perspective? Where are you heading now?
Yeah, probably the most common theme, and I was at with our top 2 customers in 2 days, and it's interesting, they almost word for word said the same thing in the first 30 minutes. We need our FM teams armed with the information on their hand, on their mobile, on their iPad. Right. We need them to get a daily report to say, if I'm managing 20 buildings, which one do I need to pay attention to that I can be proactive and not wait for tenants to call and say we have a problem? How do we get there? And so our major focus right now is arming the field tech, and we believe the field service, kind of smart building meets smart service, is really where the market needs to go and what we're interested in helping to deliver a transformation around.
What makes a company choose Riptide over a company that offers similar solutions?
Yeah, it's definitely has been our experience at scale. So the large customers, whether they were dealing with any buying, they know that they break a lot of software. So mostly it's, if we have lots of buildings, given our proven history with large enterprises, they say, okay, I think you've got the track record, you've done thousands of sites, it's up and running, we feel confident that we won't break you.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably it.
As we begin to close off this segment, is there anything else that people at RealCom 2018 and people at home watching Conference Live should know about what you do?
Yeah, I think that the state of the market today, and a lot of it is with companies like Dell entering in, the cost to make your building smart and bring this sort of digital transformation used to seem very prohibitive. I think it's much more affordable, and the ROIs are much quicker than we probably saw in the past. Yeah. So I'd say take a serious look at now what are you doing manually? What questions that you can't answer that you wish that you could? And I think that there are solutions out there to get you where you want to be.
Terrific, Marty. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for your time.
Marti Ogram from Riptide, and talking a little bit about their relationship with Dell and where they're heading in the future.